Hello, this is Talita, and today we're going to cover the Perio charting. This module allows us to add pocket depth, gingival margin, furcation, mobility, and mucogingival junction, as well as bleeding and suppuration if applicable. So let's get started. If you already have the patient's chart open, we can just go here on the drop-down menu and click on Perio to open the Perio charting module. Before we jump right into charting, let's get an overview of all the items available on this module. The first thing we want to notice here is the process. This basically is going to tell you how the cursor is going to walk through as you are charting. So it's telling us right now that it's going to go 1 through 16 buccal, 16 to 1 lingual, 32 to 17 buccal, and then 17 to 32 lingual. If you click on the drop down under process, there are other paths already created in there, but you will have to make sure that you change the process every single time before you get started charting. If you don't want to follow the computer's path, you can manually click on each dot, which represents a pocket. But this way you can chart continuously. Over here on the left-hand side, the 6 number boxes you see each correspond to a pocket. So instead of having to click on the tiny little dot, you can just click on the tooth number itself and then navigate through the dots, aka pockets, through these numbers over here. The numbers 0 to 10 are the numbers that you are going to use if you are using a computer mouse. Otherwise, you can just use the number keypad on your keyboard. And before we chart, we just have to select the mode. So whatever is highlighted in blue, that means it's selected. So for example, pocket depth or gingival margin, and then add the numbers. Teeth that are marked in red are missing teeth. And through the tabs on top, we can get a comparison up to 3 exams, a Perio graph, and also a comparison graph. So now on to charting. So the first thing we're going to chart here is pocket depth. The mode PD is selected, so we can see it in blue, and it's defaulting to tooth number 2 buccal because number 1 is missing. So from here, we're just going to type our numbers on the keyboard, and the computer is going to take us through the process that we described earlier. So let's say that next we want to chart gingival margin. We just have to come here to the mode, click on GM, and start charting the numbers as well. And we would follow the same process for furcation, mobility, and mucogingival junction. Once you're charting bleeding, you're better off clicking the button bleeding and then the button lock, which then allows you to just click on each pocket that you had bleeding on. And the same applies to suppuration. Don't forget to hit save when you're done.